Hi Aries, it's Rebecca from Birds and the Bees Tarot. I'm going to do a reading or an overview reading for you for 2023, your year ahead. There is 7 cards that I'm going to be getting out, and if need be, clarifying. The first card out for you is going to be a sunset. So what lessons from your previous year what are the lessons that you found out about last year? Okay, you may have found out about juggling too many options, whether that be in love, whether that be in work, whether that be in family commitments, whatever it might be for you. You've learned that, we haven't learned, but the lesson that you found out about was juggling too many things at one time. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you may have also, a lesson may have come to you as in everything happens in divine timing. You may have also tuned into your spirituality a little bit more. The wheel has turned. The Wheel of Fortune is that we are in a different cycle now compared to last year. Obviously, it's a new year, but you've got off, like we look at a wheel, a Ferris wheel. We hop on when we're down the bottom, and then we can't just stay there. We've got to move on. So we've moved, the wheel has turned, and we've moved up to the top possibly, or the side, or wherever we've turned to, but we're in a new time, a new cycle. So we've learned that things move on, times change. What's in the past is in the past, and what's in the future is in the future, and you can't change or move it any quicker or faster. So it's in divine timing. You may have learnt spiritual practices to do with meditation, but you have also, there has been a lesson that you have possibly learnt that you cannot juggle too many things at one time. All right, so the next card that I'm going to take out for you will be card 2, and this is for the horizon. What you can expect for 2023. What can Aries expect for 2023, please? Spirit. What can Aries expect for 2023? Oh, I wonder what that was. The pot is boiling. That's what it is. Okay. What can Aries expect for 2023? That's too many cards. You got half the deck coming out, Aries. So we just want 1 or 2 cards. What can Aries expect for 2023, please, Spirit? All right. You can expect that there is going to be a Tower moment, possibly a Scorpio, and you can also expect that you are going to receive some sort of karmic journey, I would say. I'm just going to pause this because I need to check my pot. Okay, Aries, so you've got the Tower here. Means the Tower is meaning that you may have the rug pulled from underneath you. There may be some type of chaos or something that isn't expected. The tower here, you can see that the birds and the bees are jumping out of the tower because it's on fire. It can also talk about having maybe not knowing sort of where you're heading and, you know, feeling a bit out of sorts. It could do that as well. Maybe your beliefs are being challenged as well, or you could be having some new awareness and new perspectives about things. But the Tower does talk about destruction, unexpected change. But you do have the Hierophant here with that, and that talks about spirituality, having a spiritual awakening as such. Aries, you may be guided more so to a spiritual leader or someone that is more spiritually ascended than yourself. You may need some guidance so you can balance out this, whatever's going to be happening for you this year. But you might also be taking on some formal education or training to, you know, to expand your consciousness and to ground your faith in the reality that you're living in. It could also mean that maybe you're looking for a gateway. There is a gateway between divine source and the seeker. So you may be open to new paradigms as well this year. Okay, so we're going to have a look at what the obstacles could be for you. What are the challenges you're going to face? What challenges are you going to face for 2023? The challenges that you are going to face in 2023, or the obstacles. I can dare say, well, what's on the horizon is a fairly big challenge. But anyway, we'll see what it says. What challenges, what obstacles are going to come up for Aries in 2023? It's too many. What obstacles, Spirit, are going to come up for Aries, please? What challenges, obstacles do they need to know about? Okay. Your obstacles are the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups talk about emotions, creativity, your intuition and your relationships. So possibly a wish is going to be granted for you, and that may be a challenge for you because you're not expecting it. The Tower doesn't have to be, it doesn't all have to be so bad. It could be quite all right. But you are going to be going, looks like you're going to be going into a bit of a spiritual awakening, Aries. Maybe this is a wish fulfilled for you. But that's going to be the obstacle. The obstacle is going to be what you want, what you wish, and what you want is going to be your obstacle. Because this is what's going to happen. But your obstacle is going to be that you want a wish to come true. I might just pull another card on that. What else do we have for an obstacle for a wish come true for Aries? What guidance do they need to hear? Right. Okay, so maybe you're holding on to either your coins too tight. Four of Pentacles talks about holding on to your coins, your money too tightly. And it can also talk to holding on to your emotions too tightly. If you want a wish to come true, you need to let it just happen and not hold on to your wishes and wants and emotions so tightly. Because you've also got the High Priestess there as well. The High Priestess is someone that is emerging into society. They're a very, very spiritual person. You may have a connection with spirit or with source. You may be receiving some karmic lessons or some karma if you have, like, either way, it depends what you've been doing, like this year, 2022. If you've been above board, well, then everything's going to be fine. But if you've been doing the wrong thing, well, you can expect the karma's going to bite you on the ass. But it also can mean that you're becoming more spiritually aware, which is what the Hierophant talks about. But the High Priestess talks about that as well. It's maybe you've become more psychic in you've become spiritually aware, so your intuition has become stronger. You could be having some powerful visions or some dreams that are, really strong. You could also be having some psychic insights or serendipity moments as well. Your intuition may be stronger, or you could have had a spiritual experience. So that is the obstacle. That's the challenge. So that because you are having the Tower, going through this spiritual awakening, wanting a wish fulfillment, it could be that you're wanting this to be over, but I can tell you that it's going to go for a couple of years. And here, holding on to your emotions or your coins too tight, you may have a spiritual experience which is sort of going to blow you out of the water possibly. But once it does happen, it'll change you for the better. You'll become a better person. Okay, the next card out for you is going to be a strength card. How to harness your inner power to make this 2023 easier for you. Okay. What strength does Aries have that they can use to help them and harness this inner power to make them stronger and get through the year? What's the strength for them, please, Spirit? How can they harness their inner power to get through the year? Right. Okay, what we've got here, we've got 4. All right. You may feel like you've been left out in the cold. That's what that card there talks about. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups talks about you concentrating on what you've lost and not concentrating on what's in front of you. So instead of worrying about what's on the ground here, look towards the future and what can be. These 2 kites here are still flying. These 3 down here don't work anymore. Concentrate on what you've got and what you can head towards for your future. Okay. You may need to stick up for yourself. That's what the 7 of Wands talks about. Talks about sticking up for what you believe in or having a good look at your beliefs. You may have had, this tower is probably going to test your emotions, test what's happening for you in your life. But the Seven of Wands is talking about healing and putting yourself back together, and becoming stronger. So instead of worrying about what's down here, worry about what's up here. Seven of Wands, healing, sticking things back together, sticking your relationships back together, being a kind, genuine, caring person. Or there might be a Queen of Cups that is going to help and guide you to where you need to be. A water sign, it can be a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. So your strength is going to be, you are walking away from trouble, basically, walking away from trouble, not causing more chaos for yourself. You are keeping yourself, your energy protected by moving away. Not concentrating on the past, moving towards the future. You are sailing off and going out there, leaving it all behind, sticking to the plan. Maybe some guidance from someone who's caring. Maybe you're going to have a relationship with a Queen of Cups who's going to help you do this in 2023. They're going to stick by you. Okay, so card 5 is the advice. So the lesson, what did you learn from the lesson you became aware of? So the lesson that you became aware of is that you can't juggle too many things at one time. And also that you have learnt that everything happens in divine timing. You may have learnt more about meditation and the spiritual realm, but definitely here we've brought those up at the start of the reading, that you were juggling too many things, whether it be work, whether it be relationships, whether it be family, whatever it is. That everything happens in divine timing and you can't push it any quicker than what you need to be. You can't control it as such, and you may become more spiritually aware. Meditation practices may have happened for you. Okay. Just realise that that's pretty blurry. Don't know whether it is or not. Might be just my eyes. Okay, so the next card out is going to be the advice. So the learnt lesson from last year. Learnt lesson. Learned. What did Aries learn? What are they going to do with this lesson that they learnt in 2023? What's the advice for them? What advice do they need to hear? What advice can you give them, Spirit? What advice can you give them? Okay. The advice that is given to you, Aries, is the advice that you need to hear is that maybe you're better in a union with one person. Maybe you're needing to be in a relationship. Maybe you're going to be in a relationship in 2023. I think the advice, if you've been juggling people in a relationship, is that you need to stick to one person and commit. Maybe it's about commitment. You need to commit to one thing, like you either need to commit to one job or commit to one relationship with your family, not juggling, your commitment. You need to make a commitment to something and not just, I know that Aries people are very fluctuating. They need to have many things going on at once. So if you've ascended, you are going to become more like a Libra. A Libra is a balanced person. So you're wanting to become more balanced, and that means not juggle. Keep balanced in areas of your life between your love, your love, your work, your play, whatever it is for you. You don't need to be juggling too many things at once. Okay, so that was the advice, that you need to make commitments to things. Don't just flit off to different things. Okay, so the guidance for the year ahead, how are you going to navigate this year, Aries? How is Aries going to navigate 2023, please, Spirit? How is Aries going to navigate 2023? What's the guidance that they need to hear? How are they going to navigate? How are they going to navigate? Okay. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands talks about going fast. So that's counteractive to the Four of Wands, making a commitment. I'm going to get more of a card. What's another card for the Knight of Wands? Can we have another card, please, for the navigation of guidance in the year ahead? Maybe it means that you're not going to listen, Aries, and you're just going to go hell for leather. Okay. I think what's going to happen is the Knight of Wands here talks about going too fast. So the guidance for you is that if you do go too fast, being an Aries, you will go too fast and you'll be wanting to do everything. You are going to come up with conflict. Five of Swords talks about conflict. So if you can contain yourself and not be wanting to move from this thing to that thing, you won't have the Five of Swords and the conflict. But if you do, you will. So it's going to be up to you. The Magician is here. So basically the Magician means that you have all the tools to make your life 2023 a smooth and nice one. But being an Aries, you'll want to go hell for leather and go fast. If you do, you're going to come up with conflict. If you don't, you are going to have a commitment in everything, and you are going to have you're going to be able to manifest what you like. You can't manifest what you like when you've got too many things spinning at once. It's not going to happen for you. So instead of going fast forward and having conflict, slow down, get grounded, get balanced, and then you're going to be able to manifest your desires and wants. The Magician talks about having all the tools that you need to succeed. Talks about having the wand, so you've got the passion and the drive. You've got the communication, so you've got the sword, so you are able to communicate what you want, get connected to spirit and source, and you've got the cups, so you've got that love and generous giving nature inside you, and you also have the pentacles, so you know how to make the money and you know how to make that work for you. The Magician can also talk about talking about skills, natural talents, creativity and resourcefulness. You need to find if you're feeling less inspired, it's time for you to find a spark. It's not time to find the why. There's a giant universe out there. You need to manifest what you want. You can do it, you have the tools, but you need to slow down and not have the conflict. Aries are very known for conflict because they go too fast. All right, so we're going to get card 7, and that is going to be clarity. Your personal theme for 2023. Personal theme for 2023. What is that? What is the clarity that Aries need to hear? What is the personal theme that they are going to have? All right, Knight of Coins. So there's someone's coming towards you very slowly and they're taking their goddamn time, or it's going to be that you need to get grounded and get into your Knight of Coins is something that does take time, but it does get there. It is secure. You are going to get there, but you need to become grounded. It's guaranteed of arriving. It might take time, but it will get there. Okay, Aries? So hopefully you've got something out of that reading, and I will talk to you in the next reading that I do, which is going to be for January. This is the overview for 2023. So Happy New Year, and I will talk to you soon. Okay. Bye, Aries.